Hello there and welcome back to my channel. It is of course only me again, and yes, you've probably guessed it, we're out doing some more metal detecting today. So this is a really interesting field that we've come into today because I've been in it before, about a year ago with Mr. Tweed, and we managed to find that day some amazing Roman coins and some medieval hammered coins as well. The farmers allowed me to get back into this field for a couple of days before the seeds start to really come through. So hopefully in today's video, we are going to find some even more nice shiny trinkets for you guys to see live on the video. But that of course leaves me to say, if you do like videos like this, then you're definitely in the right place. So do consider to subscribe to the channel because I do upload a new video every week. And of course, if you do like the content and you do like this video, do drop me a thumbs up as well. That does mean a lot. But that's the talking out of the way. Let's get some digging done, and I'll see all of you on the very first hole. So it looks like we've got our very first target down here. It's quite a sweet little one, isn't it? It's almost like a little double beeper. But that of course could mean many things. But usually these are either sort of small things or maybe loops or something like that, because of course that's where you get the double beat from. You go from the outer loop to the gap in the middle to the other outer loop, giving you that very distinctive sound. But yeah, this one definitely sounds quite small. So let's give it a dig. So we've got to try and do this obviously without disturbing the crops too much, because this is somebody's livelihood after all, and this is just a hobby for us. So, oh wow, it almost looks like a stone. Wow, but it's not a stone. So as you can see, it's just got this green patina on the back, which of course isn't a stone, is it? And it's this almost sort of square with points on each side here. But that is definitely copper alloy. Not too sure why it was giving me a sort of double beep sound, but it's quite interesting, isn't it? It almost looks like a seal matrix, which is one of those things that you would sort of stamp in wax, but it can't be because it's almost completely blank on this side here. So was this once like a little cufflink or a button or something like that? Absolutely no idea, but that is our first find for today, and yeah, it wasn't even that deep as well. So if I can find out any information about this one, I will of course put it on the video for you. But again, if anybody out there really wants to help out and hazard a guess, I would be very grateful indeed. So there we are, first find. Let's keep going. Okay, so we have just had another little target not too far away from the last one there. And this is obviously a little button. Well, I say a little button, it's quite a big button actually. But it does have some really nice decoration on the front there. Just going to try and clean it up a little bit the best I possibly can. But as you can see, some amazing decoration on this button. So it would have been a really nice one. And somebody would have been absolutely annoyed that this came off of their coat or shirt or whatever it was, for sure. But do I think it's very old? No, I don't think it's that old. I would probably say maybe 1700s, could be earlier, could even be later. But it's a really nice find, and it was a super duper 74 on the target identification, and it was relatively deep. So I'm looking at about 4 to 5 inches on that one. So there we are, just a button. Let's keep going. So we've been walking up and down this lush, rolled and ploughed field for probably about an hour and a half. And I've had lots of junk at good depth as well, but I haven't had anything relatively decent. However, things are just about to change because something has just popped out of the ground, and I think it's a little hammered coin. It is an absolutely tiny one, but it's most certainly a silver hammered coin. And it looks like it's got some sort of detail on there, but it's very, very busted. I don't know if we're going to get too much from this at all. It'll be interesting to find out what age this coin is from though, because of course we can obviously date who was in the field, who was using the field at that particular time. But as I'm sure you can see, this one has had a pretty rough time in this field. Over the years it's been rolling around in this ploughed soil because, yeah, it is almost completely blank. And that is absolutely gutting because I don't think we're going to get anything from it at all. I couldn't even tell you what time period this was from. Is it medieval? Is it Tudor? Who knows? But it's most certainly a little hammered coin. It's just not a very good one, is it? But still a really, really nice little find. And that was coming up at a banging 71 on the target identification screen. Well, we've just had another nice little find in this field. And it's not a hammered coin this time, unfortunately, but it is a really nice little buckle fragment. And the reason why I say this one's really nice is because it's a Tudor buckle, which makes this 500 years old. Now, what's really interesting about this one is that obviously it's snapped in half. Now, potentially the other half is going to be in this field, but the chances of us actually finding that are quite slim. However, I do know this is a little Tudor buckle because it's got these three little nodges that go along the top here. That is a very stereotypical characterization of a Tudor buckle, and this is very likely going to be a little belt buckle or something like that. It's obviously not in great condition at the moment because all of the nice shiny patina's worn off, but when this little buckle was new, it would have been very, very shiny indeed. And as I said, it would have been on the belt of somebody that was maybe walking around in here, maybe working the fields 500 years ago. So even something like a little buckle fragment can tell you a lot about who used this field in history and maybe what even they were doing here. So yeah, quite happy with that. Okay, we have got an absolutely lovely little target down here. It's not always consistent, but it's definitely there, isn't it? Absolutely. And it's coming up at about 69 to 70 on the target identification. And it doesn't matter which way around we really tackle it, it is always there. So I think this one's going to be worth a dig, and hopefully we get something good. So let's do that now. So it doesn't sound overly deep, but of course it is ploughed soil, so things that may once have been deep once oh wow. No way, we have just gone and found another hammered coin. Oh my goodness. Oh, and it's got a date on it. It's actually got a date on this one. What does that date say? It says 15 something. It's a Tudor hammered coin. Now that's really interesting because of course we recently had a Tudor buckle, and a little bit along the same line in the field we've just gone and found a Tudor hammered coin, although it's a bit broken, isn't it? It is a little bit broken, this one, but again, this coin is going to be, what, 500 years old? So, yeah, what an absolutely stunning little find. That is two today, only this one's got a lot more detail than the other one. So, This is going to be from the reign of Elizabeth I, which is when, of course, you know, the Spanish Armada were invading Britain, and Elizabeth almost bankrupted the country in order to get a load of sort of pirates as such to go and defend the coast from all of these Spanish invaders. So think how much history really belongs to this coin. It can tell so many stories, and yet we have just gone and found it in the middle of a ploughed field. So this is another really stunning little find for us today. I really don't go out looking for hammered coins. A lot of people that go metal detecting just go out looking for hammered coins and things like that, but for me, I would prefer to find artifacts, but I'm never going to turn down a good hammered coin. It's a really nice find, and they are really, really dateable, and sometimes some of the features on these things are just, you know, so worth seeing, at least for once, you know. But yeah, still really happy with that. What an amazing day. Okay, come and have a little look at this one, which has just popped out of the ground. Now I say popped out, this was probably about 2 inches maximum just underneath this soil. And I didn't really even have to dig for it, I just sort of scratched around with my hands and out pops this. Now, what is it is a very, very good question. It's obviously a sort of teardrop type shape, isn't it? But it's made of copper alloy, because the target was most certainly a sort of copper alloy type of number. And on the back it's got these 2 pins, one that's broken off here and one that's broken off here. So I'm wondering whether or not this is actually some type of sort of maybe a horse harness fitting or something like that. And I think we might be able to get a little bit of detail from it as well, because it should have some sort of decoration on the front. But that is another really cool find, and potentially this could be medieval. I mean, it could be even older, to be honest. I just can't tell enough from the decoration at the moment to decide what it is or how old it is. But I will give it a good clean up and put a picture of it on the video. And as always, if any of you have got any recommendations with regards to what this is or how old it is, then please use the comment section below, because that is what the comment section is all about. But it's another nice little find, so let's push on and see if we can get anything more. Well, today is just getting more interesting by the moment. So we're mid-afternoon now, and it is an absolutely scorching day. I don't know whether this is coming across on the camera, but take my word for it, today is an absolute scorcher. But I'm not going to complain, because A, it's been raining for absolute months, so welcoming the sunshine with open arms, and I've just found something super, super interesting. And I'm not really too sure what it is, but I've never ever seen anything like it before. And yeah, so it looks, on first impressions, like a coin. But I've just never seen a coin like this before, and I have never ever sort of, you know, found a Roman coin like this. I've never found any other type of coin like this. So it could very well be a button. But what's interesting and what's intriguing about this coin is that for some reason it is almost like a sort of face depicted on it, because you can see a nose, an eye, and what almost looks like someone's hair, and then what almost looks like a mustache or a beard or something like that. I can't tell whether or not that's the actual design of the coin, because of course it's in half, so we are completely missing the other half. But what's super interesting about this is that it mirrors itself on the other side. It's exactly the same picture. Now, I don't know of any coins that have the same picture on both sides, so it's an interesting one, isn't it? Is this even a coin? Is it a button? I have absolutely no idea, but it's a really dark kind of green patina. And I'm kind of thinking maybe this could be Iron Age or something like that, but that is a huge long shot. I really don't know, but for some reason that face just looks super duper old, doesn't it? Like it could be thousands of years old. And it wouldn't surprise me, you know, there's lots of Iron Age activity in my part of the country. Very rarely find it. In fact, I can pretty much say I've never found anything that's particularly Iron Age. So could this be my first Iron Age find? Could this be a Celtic coin? What do you guys think? Hopefully I can put something on the video for you and hopefully find out a bit of information about it, but could obviously turn out to be junk as well. So let's keep going for a little while. Let's get baked by the sun a little bit more and hopefully get some more amazing little finds just like this one. Well, it's getting quite late in the day now. It's probably coming up to about 5 o'clock, so we haven't got much long left. But I have just found another surface find in this field and I can't believe it. It was literally just lying on the top, and it even looks like a piece of mud or a stone, but I've definitely checked it and it's definitely the target. So looks pretty interesting. Come in and have a look. Okay, so check this little guy out. Just literally sunbathing on the top of this ploughed soil. And definitely looks like a piece of mud that side, but then you turn it over and it's a buckle. But it is a super, super cool buckle. Let's pick the mud off of this and have a closer look because it looks really, really interesting. Okay, so let's take a much closer look at this buckle because I am trying to work out whether or not this is half the buckle or whether or not it's all of the buckle. And I think that actually this is the buckle in its entirety. But look how intricate that is. It's got a kind of hawk's head here, or could be like a sort of buzzard or something like that. And then on this side, something else entirely different. No idea what that is. And again, it's got the nodules either side, and then something really intricate here as well. How awesome is that little buckle? And just lying on the top as well. It was almost like this one wanted to be found. But yeah, really, really like that. What an amazing, amazing find. I'm going to clean this one up and put a picture of it on the video for you because I think it's going to be super, super interesting. But in terms of age, that's a very good question. I probably couldn't tell you right now, but my guess is that it's probably going to be from the medieval period. So there is a huge potential that this buckle could very well be easily 600-700 years old, and it's survived really well in this ploughed soil, isn't it? Really, really well. Not too much damage on there at all. And hopefully when we clean it up, we can get some more details from it as well. So there we are, a lovely little buckle just waiting for us on the top. Okay, so we are now at the end of another fantastic day's metal detecting, and what an amazing day it's been. I'm totally blown away by the things that I've found from this field yet again. To be honest, I've been blown away by the sun as well because it has just been beating down all day, but luckily enough I brought plenty of water, plenty of sun cream. But yeah, the finds were absolutely amazing today. Couple of hammered coins, some really nice buckles, and very possibly my first Iron Age Celtic coin. although hopefully on the video I will have proved that. But yeah, absolutely amazing. What an amazing day that we've had. I really hope you've enjoyed watching all of the things come out of the ground as I found them. And of course that leads me to say, if you like metal detecting videos and you like content just like this, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because I upload every single week and you will get a new video as and when I do. And of course, if you've liked today's video, do drop me a thumbs up as well. That does mean a lot. But until the next time, I will see you all on the very next hole.